The moment you say purpose discovery, you have missed it. Purpose discovery conference. We have done it. So I've missed it a long time. You know that purpose discovery? So how do you discover your purpose? The moment you start talking about discovery of your purpose, you need to discover. You've missed it. So this is my definition of purpose. Purpose is that one thing for which you were created, at which you must succeed. Otherwise, nothing else you succeed at will matter. You see, purpose is the question Jesus will ask you when you meet him. Yeah? When you meet Jesus, what will he ask you? I'll tell you this for sure. There is no one, listen to me, there is no one sent here to give birth or to train as their purpose. So some people have found purpose in their career. They have found purpose in their marriage, in their family. It says, I find an unusual purpose in raising my children. I have a drive to live because of my children. So when you meet Jesus and you are thinking he's going to ask you, what did you do with Ebenye? You're like, Father Lord, I sent Ebenye to Seeker Baptist College. And Lord, after Ebenye, some of you invest so much in building what you're building as though that is the question he's going to ask you. How many countries did you travel to? Say, Lord, as an international businessman, I traveled to 64 countries. He said, well done, that good and faithful servant. Father, by privilege and by grace, I married Apostle Samuel Imolohe. What did you do, Lord? I did masters. I have 4 metrics, 2 doctorates. You see that now? So, okay, so what is purpose? Purpose is that one thing. You didn't hear me. One thing. Listen. Everyone whose names are recorded in scripture, they are recorded for one thing. Apostle Paul said, this one thing I do. Sir, we do many things. And because of the many things we do, we are missing out of purpose. At some point in ministry, you don't add to your schedule, you reduce. Oh, Alex, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. I want to do this. At some point, you drop it down to one thing. This one thing. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he has anointed me to preach. If Jesus was a successful son to his mother and failed at preaching, he failed. He was a successful brother to James and failed at preaching. He failed. This one thing. Can I be honest with you? You could have been sent forth in ministry to do only one thing. God, it doesn't matter how many people you heal. It doesn't matter how many people you raise from the dead. It doesn't matter how many churches you planted. It doesn't matter. You might have only been sent to raise one person. And when you are done with that, your mission is finished. Every other thing is jara. And you miss it. You miss it and you're so focused on this one thing. I do this one thing. What is the one thing? He says, I forget the things which are behind. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, for he has anointed me to preach. Oh, Jesus, let us make shoes to preach. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't make shoes, but I'm saying there is only one thing you are supposed to succeed at to be called successful. And some people succeed at 32 things except the one thing they are supposed to succeed at. Do you know people have died and gone, and the legacy they left behind had nothing to do with what they were called to do? You have a grace for relationship, but it's not as powerful as a teaching priest. So you are teaching the mysteries of heaven, and you are a successful teacher of the supernatural, but he sent you to mend marriages. You don't know what he can send you to do. Do you know he sent John the Baptist to only announce Jesus? How can you make your whole ministry about announcing one man? So John is considered the greatest, although he died, because he succeeded at what he was supposed to succeed at. He says there is no one greater than John. Why? Because although he didn't have a good end according to flesh, but he did the one thing he was called to do. See the way we talk about him. Say, and a little girl cut off his head, and he said nobody. Now that is after the death of John. They all saw the way he died. He says, but as from the days, you see, the kingdom was measured according to the days of a man who died by a government. A man the world thinks a little girl ended his ministry, but they measure a time frame in the heavens by him. Heaven will be full of surprises. We'll get to heaven and see some people we celebrate on the earth just sitting in one corner, and somebody you knew nothing about, you called inconsequential in the kingdom, but he succeeded at what he was supposed to succeed at. There are activities in ministry called noise. It is a rewarding noise, but it's noise. You were not called for it. So you could be the reigning person in your territory, and you have failed at the only thing he expected you to do. So he's happy that at least you are making kingdom strides, but that's not why you were created. You will soon understand about God that he's more focused about what he wants to get than what you want to get. So that means if you succeed to help him in other areas where he didn't need you, it's not as important as the area he needed you. He says, okay, that's good, but the reward is I raised you. Michael cannot be a better messenger. If Michael succeeds at delivering messages and fails at battle, he has failed. Purpose. Listen, is that one thing for which you were created, at which you must succeed. Otherwise, all other successes are inconsequential.